Okay, welcome everyone to the quick walkthrough for the Driven Underground achievement for the Elf Diary task, specifically the easy Elf Diary task. If you're like me, you probably thought this achievement was going to be really overwhelming at first. It takes less than 10 minutes with this guide. So some requirements: you'll need to have completed the Underground Pass quest, which to even start the Elf task, you already should have done that. You also need 50 thieving. In your inventory, you're going to want a bow that shoots arrows, so it can't be crystal bow, it can't be Zarite bow. You also need metal arrows besides broad and dark, so I'm using rune arrows. Steel arrows would work, any type of arrow like that. You also need a few ropes. There's a chance you lose your rope, so bring multiple. You'll also need a plank. If you don't have a plank, you can get one from inside the cave along the way. You'll also need a spade in your tool belt. If you don't have a spade in your tool belt, you can bring one in your inventory or go add one. Alright, so you're going to start by entering the cave. Don't cross these swamp bubbles here, you'll fall into a dungeon. Climb up these rock slides over here. Travel west and then climb down the other rock slide at the end. Talk to Koftik. He should give you a rag. You're going to use that rag on one of your arrows. Right click, light, equip the arrow and the bow. You're going to stand right here and shoot at the guide rope. This will trigger you to automatically run up to the bridge and cross it. You don't have to do anything here. Alright, now once you're across, if you don't have a plank with you, run it north and grab that plank by the blessed spiders. We're going to head south and then east. Use your rope on this old spike square right here. It's the darker square. Now we're going to head further east. And then south. Climb over the rock slide. And then climb over this rock slide to the west. Now I happen to remember my pattern for this spike trap. The pattern's different for everyone else. Mine just happens to be like this. If you don't remember your pattern, here's a little bit of a pro tip for you. Go back to find what square you can start on. So I know, for example, that this square and this square is safe for me. I don't want to bother wasting time figuring the rest out. Surge right across. So once you've either figured the pattern out or cheated and used the surge, go ahead and pull this lever and you'll cross over. Now just travel directly north. Be warned, in this tunnel there are some spike traps. You can search the odd markings. There'll be 2 on the east wall, or 2 on the north wall and 2 on the south wall. I'm just going to go ahead and disarm them all. And then once you're through them, climb down this well over here. Now we're going to travel west. In the southeasternmost cage, you're going to picklock the cage door. Dig in this pile of mud here, and that should expose a new tunnel. Now this is the part where you have to choose the thieving shortcut. Don't go onto the agility walkway here. You want to go south past this agility walkway as soon as we get over there. And picklock the cage door. Now be very careful, you don't want to step on any of the swamp bubbles, and a lot of the rats running around make it a little bit difficult at some times, so take your time here. If you step in the swamp bubbles, you'll fall through and have to start over again. So it might help you to zoom in and just take your time. Again, be careful misclicking on rats. And there you have it. That's the thieving shortcut you need to take for the achievement. And once you're through there, just go south and go through this obstacle pipe. Now, assuming you've done the quest, you should already have done this part with smashing the cage. Just go through the tunnel in the north. Now you're just going to follow this tunnel all the way around past the zombies up ahead. Circle around past the paladins. And you should come to a well in the double doors. Go through the doors. Now you're almost there. This is probably the longest run you have to do in the history of RuneScape ever. We're going to go all the way south in this room and down the stairs in the southern area. I'm going to go ahead and quickly speed through this area in the editing, so that way you don't have to watch me run for 5 minutes. Alright, once you're down the steps, the dwarves are here in the southwest corner. Just find Klank, talk to him, and ask him about his gauntlets. You do not need to actually buy them to complete the task. You can say no to buying them and you'll still complete the task. And that is it. It's not as brutal as it seems. I thought it was going to be overwhelmingly hard, but there's your guide. Hopefully it helps you guys. Good luck.